Hey everyone, welcome back to Ktalk, where we talk all the hottest ongoing K-dramas. I'm Mel.
And I'm Uma. Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode. This week, guys, we are talking about the fabulous show that just ended. I'm gonna get this right. In Your Radiant Season. I keep calling it In Your Radiant Era. It's not right. It's In Your Radiant Season. It is so good.
It is. In Your Radiant Season stars Chae Jong-Hyeop, who plays Sun Woo-chan, and Lee Sung-kyung, who plays Sung Rae-an. Hey Ran.
Hey Ran.
Yes.
But before
before
Okay.
Before we get into that.
Yes.
I have announcements to make.
Okay, I love your announcements, but go ahead.
I am so giddy.
Okay, what is it?
So I am Baby Army.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so obsessed with BTS.
I was not expecting
I am so obsessed with BTS. It started with the 2.0 song and video. You know how good that video is.
The video looks great.
It was so good. So then I went down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
And I just started watching all their videos and interviews, and I fell in love with them.
Oh, you see all their the edits of like all the that was me back in like 2020. Like just living on TikTok, all the variety shows that they've been on. Welcome.
So it's not even just their music and their dancing. It's like when you see like their relationship and how they are with each other and how they take care of each other. I'm just like, oh my God, they're so cute.
Really? Oh, I love this for you. I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't know. I wouldn't even call myself a baby army. Maybe a toddler. A toddler?
Oh.
I'm not full army. Like, I'm not that, like, obsessed.
Why didn't you tell me about them? Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I did a while back. It's just, it didn't do anything for you. Remember when,
no,
when
you
that
telling
clip
me,
went
oh,
viral?
I like a BTS song is not the same of like, oh my God, girl, these guys are amazing.
Really made me start paying attention to them and watching all their edits and trying to see like who's who and what the big deal and, you know, what the hoopla is all about. It was that video that went viral when they were doing carpool karaoke.
Yeah.
And Jin, and what's his face? I forget this man's name. No, the comedian. Oh my God. Why am I blanking on his name? Anyways.
I don't know.
We know him, that little British comedian guy. Oh my God, it's going to drive me crazy. What's his name? Anyways, he says something about like the boys were introducing themselves, and he's like, "I'm Jin, aka like
worldwide handsome,
handsome." And then he was like, "Oh shit, that's what they used to call me in high school as well." And then somebody kind of like explained that to him, and Jin's like, "Oh, he's a joker guy."
Like, I've seen that
worldwide. That's what got me into them like a couple of years ago.
I just love seeing their different personalities, and it's just I love them.
Also, I think anybody could really now be like a baby army because the amount of promotions that they were doing for this new album is insane. Like just the other day I was watching the Hot Ones, their Hot Ones interview.
Oh, that was so good.
It was so much fun. Like it was really good. I think it's all the promos that they're doing. They're funny. Like,
and the funny thing is like I was more familiar with Jungkook. If anything, like I used to see him more. I think when he was doing his solo thing, I just seen him more, right? Okay. And then now it's like I learned all their names, and I'm just like, my favorite is Jimin.
Who's your bias? I was just gonna say, who's your bias?
I love him. No, like the way he dances is so captivating.
He's really good.
Like I think I fell in love with them because of 2.0 video, right? I feel like he stole that video for me. I was just like, oh my God.
That's the one where they're in like the suits and they have like the facial hair and stuff like that, right? Yeah, great video.
Yeah, he killed it.
What's your favorite song on the album so far?
Oh my God, when I tell you I have this album on repeat for the last week, it changes all the time because right now, Into the Sun, it makes me so emotional. Like, but I love it. Yeah.
It's okay.
But my favorite right now is They Don't Know About Us, Normal, and Please. They're so good.
You know what? Normal, I can kind of remember. Like I've been listening to the album, but like I haven't gone back to like particular songs. I gave it. Maybe I listened to it like twice, the whole thing. That silent track threw me off for a second. I'm like, is there something wrong with my phone? Yeah. But for me, the one song that I heard and I was like instantly, okay, let me go back because I really like the melody was Merry Go Round.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just has such a chill vibe.
Everyone does their thing.
The thing is, I think honestly, this album has so many different genres in one album. So I feel like there's something for everyone.
That's
right?
what I liked.
It's hip hop. It's
and like I said, the fact that this whole album is good.
Poppy.
Like it's so good.
It's really good.
I don't remember the last time I actually listened to an entire album, to be honest. And this one is just I love it. Like,
Yeah, I did
I'm
not-
so mad. I want to go to the concert now. It's like,
I
oh
think
my
they're
God.
sold out
They are, girl.
everywhere.
I checked. They are. Both shows are sold out.
Literally?
But yeah,
Maybe something will open up.
maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah,
We can
I
hope.
love it.
I did not think that was
feel
gonna be your
like,
announcement.
girl, I feel like a 16-year-old girl again. Like, I love them. Like,
You're
it's just,
fangirling.
I am hard.
I'm telling you, when you discover something fun and new.
And I'm sad because, like, I'm mad that I'm just now discovering them. You know what I
better
mean?
late than never. Like I love when I discover something new because it's like a whole new, like, not to be dramatic about it, but it's like a new lease on life. Like
It
you have something that
is.
you're excited about, that
Yeah.
you're like, it kind of becomes a hobby, like trying to just
It is.
immerse yourself
I
in
feel like
whatever like
because I'm
you've
baby,
discovered.
because I'm baby now, it's like I'm literally watching all the videos for the first time, right? So it's new to me.
Oh, I love
so,
this for
oh
you.
my God, I just been
Welcome.
Obsessed.
So, you said Jimin's your favorite?
Jimin is my
You'll never guess who my bias is.
Oh yeah, I learned that too. Bias.
I
That's a word. I'm like,
learned that from my niece.
I just
so.
no. I just started reading the comments. I'm like,
Yeah.
my biases. I'm like, okay, that means
I know, it's like I sound like I'm in the know.
yeah, because you're toddler
Not
army.
my old ass.
But, who's your
toddler.
favorite?
Yoongi. I love Yoongi.
No,
I love his
no.
introverted. Like he's just I don't know.
What I
There's
will
just
say,
something
like I said,
about
there's
him.
something about all of them. They all bring a unique,
They're very adorable, like, but
trait and characteristic to
He
them.
just
You know
seems
what I
like
mean?
he's over it half the time.
Yeah.
Like even the hot ones, the interview,
Yeah.
you knew he was fighting for his life.
Yeah.
His mouth was on fire, and he's just chugging his milk,
Yeah.
like sweating, and but he's not as like loud as the others, right? Because I think Jimin's favorite thing to say was like, "Come on, Wing!" Like,
Oh my God, that was so
At
cute.
some point, I'm like, "Okay, cut it out now. We get it. Like, you can handle spice, you know."
But it was so cute. No, I love Jimin, but I also love Jin's personality. Like he's so
funny.
dorky and goofy and just like I love him. Yeah.
They're all very lovely. I did not think that was going to be your announcement. I thought you were going to be like, "Oh my God, like I'm a
No, girl.
Sung-kyung fan now," because you kept talking about like how pretty
this
she was.
has become an unhealthy like obsession. The way I've been on it, like
Hey,
I had to share.
It's not gonna share away, girl.
Yeah.
I'm not bad at it. I'm like, join me. I like BTS. Now you can, you
Yeah.
know,
Now
you're
we can
more
ta-
open.
now we can
to
talk about it.
songs that I suggest. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not super into it, but I do enjoy like some of their
But you know what
music.
the
I
funny
love their
thing
clips.
is? I think I was always meant to be in this because back in 2016,
You're getting so deep with
no,
this.
seriously,
Okay.
I thought about it. Back in 2016, I was obsessed with Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Okay.
Only that song though.
Okay.
I didn't even know their names, nothing, but I loved that song. And then I kind of just fell off. Girl, if I had stayed, I would have been like a general in the army.
Literally,
you know what
girl,
I mean?
you'd have
Like,
been chief right now.
I would have
You'd
been.
commander.
But you see, that says something. I was just always meant to be here. You know what I mean?
Yes, you were. Like, this is shameful, but like before, like I was familiar with their songs. Like you said, I wasn't really familiar with them, and like didn't know too much about them. But why did I think like when Dynamite came out, I thought it was a Bruno Mars song?
It gives Bruno Mars
It does
vibes.
give Bruno Mars vibes.
So does Butter. I feel like.
I know, both
you know what I mean?
of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Until I saw the music video, and I'm like, what the
yeah.
is happening here? I
Yeah.
felt so dumb. But ever since then, I'm just like, this is lovely. And now I can tell their voices apart.
Yeah.
Like,
Me too,
I'm
already.
toddler now.
You see,
Look
I'm
at you,
within a
baby.
week. Look at me,
Girl.
Like I know my baby's voice now. I was
Okay.
like, that's Jimin right there.
I mean, his voices.
yeah.
Oh my God. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. I didn't
No
think-
problem. And
Wow.
I think we could talk about this more now. You know, like we could do this. Like a little when there's like updates and stuff. Can we have like a little BTS segment?
Are you trying to start a beat?
A little segment from time to time. You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
K-drama pod, girl. It's not a K-pop.
I mean, we can slide it in.
Okay,
You know what I
let's
mean?
slide
From
it in.
time, I'm like, if there's news, you know?
Okay,
Like-
great.
Like if my baby does a cover
Okay.
or a photo shoot,
Everyone-
I can't discuss it.
Mel is going to be our resident like BTS,
BTS.
correspondent now.
Yes,
Should we bring us the latest, hottest goss?
I will.
We'll be expecting it from time to time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Can we talk about the show?
Yeah, we can. Let's do this. All right, I already introduced, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You told us who the cast was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I was looking for a synopsis that was like, concise and succinct, but I couldn't find any. So basically, this show is about a animator
Yeah.
who gets into an accident, loses some of his memories and hearing, right? And then we also have our female lead who is a designer.
Fashion designer. Yeah.
And somehow they've been talking to each other, but she's not aware. And then they finally like meet in person years later. And then the whole show basically is like a series of like flashbacks, in modern time, and then flashing back to what was happening, kind of like
7
unfolding
years
the
ago.
story for us.
Yeah.
But listen, the synopses were all like very like wordy,
Yeah.
but I was like, it's an amazing show. That's all I have to say.
It
is
is.
a romance drama done right.
Yes. Girl.
I had a time.
I did.
I had a time.
I did too. And what I really enjoyed, like, it was so well paced.
Oh my God.
Like, it was so well paced. It wasn't boring. It was just so interesting. I couldn't wait for the next episode. It's like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? Like, it was really good and well written. Like,
I was gonna say very well written because the story's complicated, right? So they didn't waste any episode.
Yeah, they didn't.
Like you said, the pacing was great. I felt like, especially in the first half, the episodes, the flashbacks, completely, it was needed.
Yeah.
There was not a moment wasted. It was amazing. I initially watched the first 2 episodes when it first started. Then I stopped because I was like, I need to binge this.
Yeah.
Right? The first episode ends on like this amazing reveal where it's like, shall we take it back? How it starts off?
yes. First of all, I knew the show was going to be good because within the first 10 minutes of episode 1, the explosion happens.
Right away.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We see this man. He's talking to what we think is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He lives in Boston. She's in Korea. Like they're DMing each other. Like we're thinking this is the main couple, but we find out he's actually the roommate of her boyfriend.
Yes.
Right? Her boyfriend, who is kind of like over her and doesn't have time and is super busy, tells him like, respond. First of all, how weird was that?
That was extremely weird. Like, you clearly don't like this girl. And it's not just, it wasn't just weird because of that. It was weird because of like how he reacted later on when he found out that he was still talking to her.
You
It's like,
opened this
you
door.
opened that door. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But just the act in itself, like no matter how busy I am, I'm not going to ask my roommate to respond to my boyfriend. Be like, oh, like, and as him, he didn't even say he's not by his computer right now.
Yeah. Tell him I'm away. Yeah.
He didn't do that. He was just like, respond to her.
And you know why I found
Buy
out?
her a birthday gift on my behalf. I don't have time. Like he opened that door and he started this.
And what made it more weird was the fact that they weren't even technically friends. He was just his roommate. They weren't even close.
Right? So anyways, the boyfriend though is kind of like busy, but at the same time, there's somebody new that he's interested in.
Yes, Sujin. Yeah.
Sujin.
I knew right away when I seen her face and the animosity you
that
can
she
just
had.
see it. Yeah, I'm like, this girl was messing with this guy, like, or she had a crush on him or something. Yeah,
She was up to no good, and we could just tell that she was salty about something,
Yeah.
right? But anyways, so our male lead, Chun, is talking to Haran. She thinks she's talking to her boyfriend. And then the conversation picks up all of a sudden. She's talking to him more. She sees him in a different light, right?
Yeah, because apparently she was kind of like losing interest in him.
Yeah, she wasn't really all that into him in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? So she, because is moved by this past month's conversations, she's completely now fallen fully in love with her boyfriend. Because he would tell her, I love you all the time. And she would just be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like she never said it back.
Yeah.
Did you clock that?
Yeah.
So she now sees a vapor trail. She's swamped with work. She misses her boyfriend. On a whim, just decides, I'm going to go see him this weekend.
Yeah.
As soon as she gets there, there's a horrible accident. They work in a lab. It explodes.
Yeah.
Boyfriend's dead.
My thing is, you know, the whole thing of like, he was talking to her, acting like, you don't know how your boyfriend talks?
They weren't talking a lot, though.
Oh, okay.
So I guess when it picked up, she just connected with him
I guess
more.
she's like, oh, he's opened up more. I
think she made excuses because you're right. Like if
You
your
should
boyfriend
know
was
how you're-
standoffish before,
and all of a sudden
he's very like detailed.
And you just know his language and how he speaks, right? Like
Maybe she just thought, oh, we've hit a new level
maybe,
of
yeah,
our relationship, and that's why she felt like excited to go visit him and couldn't wait anymore, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, he dies in this accident. We fast forward 7 years,
Yeah.
and that's when her and Chun meet. I'm thinking, why can't she recognize?
bro.
Her
Please
man.
tell me.
I was a
I
little
felt like
confused.
I was having a brain aneurysm. I'm like, what's going on here? Because I was like, we know clearly his name is Chen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, the only way this makes sense is if the boyfriend is named Chen too.
Which he was.
Which he was, but it was Yuk Chen.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? But man, was I confused. I was like, and I also thought that, you know when people go through trauma and they kind of like lose their
Block
memories?
things out.
Yes.
I thought, that's what I thought too. But I was like, but was the trauma of losing your boyfriend did it mess with her memories? Like I was
No,
really
that's
confused.
what I meant.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I
you're
also
saying.
thought, I'm like, did she get hypnosis because she went through so much
To
trauma?
get
It's
over the
like,
grief, maybe.
Yeah,
I know it was really, especially when they're like that last scene where they're standing right
Yeah,
in front of each other, and then we find out her boyfriend's name was whatever, and he was a completely different person, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm sad.
yeah.
Amazing first episode.
It was.
It really gets you.
It really does. Because like I said, the explosion and then that, and I'm like, okay, hold on. What's going on? I need more. I need to know what's going on.
So
like,
within the first 2 episodes, we find out like he's been talking to her. It wasn't really her man that she was talking to. We get the backstory of how Chun was depressed,
yes.
right? And in that moment that he was about to give up and, take his life,
She
messages him. So that's what really kind of made him want to talk. She saved him in that sense.
Yeah.
But now, fast forward 7 years, he finds out that she's just been really, he calls her like she's been in her winter season.
Yeah.
She's just in this, she's not who she was before. She's not lively. She's not bubbly anymore.
Yeah.
And he really now, as himself, without divulging their past and how he knows her, really says, let's be friends. He tries to get her out to live again, basically.
Yeah.
What a sweet show.
And when he was like, just a 3-month trial,
Right?
like, I was like, oh, that was so cute.
Because she's just, she lost her parents.
She doesn't want to get close
lost
to
her
anybody.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
She has a hard time taking care of the people that she loves. She has like these 2 amazing sisters, her grandma, and she's like, my plate is full. If I get close to people, I'm gonna lose them, and that was her fear. But she starts to overcome that with Chan, and this story just unfolds in like the most beautiful way.
Yeah.
They have such good chemistry.
You know what's funny? Like I feel like it reminded me a lot of Mellow Movie.
Really?
The characters, because remember in Mellow Movie, like there are 2 characters that were deeply like wounded by things, but they kind of expressed it in different ways.
They emoted differently.
Yeah, like you see with Chen, he's very bubbly, very
God, you're right.
outgoing, where she is very closed off, very
exactly how Mubi was.
Yes,
almost like antisocial, right? Because Hanan doesn't even like talk to her colleagues, right?
Yeah,
this woman like blocks out her window.
She frosts the window. Yeah.
She's like, I have no time to be like talking to people. And the group of people that she works with are so fun.
They are.
Like, can I just say this cast had this show has such a lovable group of characters. Like, I liked everyone.
Me too. I was looking at it like, I like everyone. I like all the pairings, the couples, and everyone that got together. It was really good. Like,
it was really good. And there was no unnecessary villain. I mean, there was a tiny little villain at the end because Dr. Bitch.
Yes.
Dr. Bitch.
And Daddy. Chen's daddy, he a villain to me.
Oh my god, yeah, but he's
a villain
he's
to
a big
me.
villain. He's a big villain. But more so, I think she was like the closest thing we got to like something that's really trying to like mess with the main couple. Was her. So she was like a tiny villain. But honestly, how refreshing was it that there was no weird, unnecessary love triangle?
Yes.
Right. It came close to a tiny love triangle, but it was squashed right away with Hudum's character, the baby sister, and her boyfriend, and the girl who's trying to like hit on him.
Yes, but
that could have been messy. But I like that they got rid of that. Right away, and it dealt more with like Hudum trusting her boyfriend, her insecurities.
Can I just
They're
say,
so young.
For teenagers, they were very a mature couple.
Excuse me.
They were very mature and cute, and the way they took care of each other, and just, I'm like, they're so adorable. I'm like, I see why y'all want to get married. Please do it.
They are made for each other.
They
right?
were.
But then again, because they're very mature, they kept it very real though. Yes. In the sense of like, they didn't know, they thought the world ended after their first fight. And I love how the sisters were laughing at her. She's like, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, your relationship's not over because you guys had one fight. So that reminds you of how young they are, right? But their puppy love was so cute to watch. Like even some moments that they had made me tear up. Yeah. Right? Like he hurt himself.
Yes.
He, it's just, it was really touching to watch them too.
It was so cute. Like I said, they were very mature. I was just like, you guys are so good. Like it's so cute.
All the pairings.
All the pairings. Like, there were so many couples and just young, old, just different.
All over
like,
the place.
Yeah.
Right? Even the grandma ends up finding love in
First of all, when I seen Mr. Park and her like in the same room, I'm like, they would be so cute together. Like I was shipping them. I was shipping them immediately.
From day one.
I'm like, she's a cutie, he's a cutie. Let's go. And then we find out
they were both single and alone and whatever. And I was like, I literally thought of you. When I saw this, and I was like, girl, she's about to. Her world is about to be made right now because Mel doesn't like anybody left alone.
No.
So
No, they're perfect for each other. Like I said, when they were in the same room, I'm
they
like,
need to be together.
They need to be.
And
Like,
when it happened, I was like, oh, she's gonna love
and
this.
then I found out that they knew each other from back in the day. I was like, okay, just get married.
Okay, I have a question.
What?
Which they did get married.
They did.
Again, major world. But I have a question though. The only gripe that I have with that is Mr. Park loved her his whole life, right? We kind of get that sense, no?
Well, they kind of like they were
Like he had a crush on her.
Yes, but they never went to the next step.
No.
Yeah.
Because I think when he said he bought the record for her and he was going to go back and give it to her, I think maybe then he planned to be like, I kind of like you.
Yeah.
But this woman is so fabulous. She runs off with her medical school tuition, runs off to Paris.
Yes, and gets knocked up.
Gets knocked up.
She was a Rolling Stone.
She really was.
She really
and
was.
then ended up raising like her daughter by the daughter.
I don't know if it was daughter or the son.
Who?
I don't know if they made that clear. It was weird.
I don't know. But either way, she did it by herself.
Yes.
So now she just focused on her business, raising her daughter who got married, and then she has these 3 granddaughters.
Yeah.
So back to Mr. Park though, he had a crush on her. I think back in the day when he thought, he called her the fashionista of Chun, or wherever it is that they lived in their village. Is it a village or it's just a small town?
It's like a small town.
Anyways,
yeah.
In their little village. I always think it's just their little village. But here's the thing. She ran off to Paris and lived this wonderful life that now we are brought up to date on. What about him?
Yeah, they didn't give us like a backstory of like.
He's the only person that we didn't get a backstory on, right?
Yeah, were you ever married? Were you? Yeah,
Has he been single his whole life? Like, is it just him and his little
dog
doggy?
genius?
Like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand. And he seemed like such a
Sweet,
well-rounded
yeah.
man. He looked like he could have been very hot because he was handsome as an old man. So he looked like he was very handsome.
Yeah,
when he was younger.
there was no mention of children, grandchildren.
A failed marriage. Maybe his wife died.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I wish we got something.
That was the only gripe that I have.
I wish when they reconnected him and Miss Kim that she asked him, hey, so what have you been up to, all these years?
Yeah. But that was a good pairing. I like the way that it went. Chan, like everybody was interconnected, obviously. I like the way that he became his like little adopted son.
Yes.
Right? He saw him as like the dad he never had.
Yeah.
He deserved.
That was a scene that made me cry. Like when he left and went back to America like suddenly, and Haran, the dog, and Mr. Park just sitting at the window waiting.
And then the little kid Dong like joins them.
Oh my God, that made me cry. That made me cry.
I know. The way the show made us fall in love with Chun, that up until that point, when he went back and he was missing for the majority of that episode, he only comes back in the last 5 minutes, right? I started to miss him. I'm like, they better not drag this out. I'm like, they better bring him back. I'm like, we cannot have
it was
2 episodes without him. I'm like, there's no way.
It was like I was sitting at the window with them too. It's like, where is he?
But that's how well written this character was. That I started to miss him, and I'm like, bring him back. Like I felt sad that he left without saying goodbye to anybody.
And then the way he came back.
I know.
When he met up with her at the restaurant that they made reservations for, that scene, I bawled my eyes out too. That scene broke me. Like it was so the way that when she turned around and saw him and the look on her face, it was just and it was this first snowfall.
I know. And she hates that.
So I was like, oh my God, stop.
That's what I love about the show. They did not drag anything out. It was like they dragged one thing out, but I'll talk about it after. But the show as a whole though was amazing because it was so like every conflict was resolved right away. We just had that one main conflict the entire time was Chun lying to her and not saying, hey, I've known you. And I like that everything else around them, though, was being quickly solved. So we got to see everybody's story, and it was amazing to see that, right? I think that's what made the show so good. It was like their life is building, their relationship is growing, but we're like, oh my God, we're just waiting for her to find out, like, he knows her. When is this big secret going to be revealed?
Yeah, and I was so sucked in, like, even when he left, suddenly, I was like, how dare you? How dare you leave Haran like that?
That
like,
was a bit too dramatic.
It was, and I was pissed off at first, and then when they explained of what happened, of how he did text her, it just didn't go through, he was on airplane mode, I was like, okay, I love how they cleaned up everything. Yes, I love how they cleaned everything up. Yeah.
I love when they did it. They're like, wait a minute, our male lead is not an asshole.
He's not.
And they had to.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the sister.
Hyeop, I love her.
Oh my God.
I loved her energy. I loved her. Like, her and Mr. Yoon, such an unlikely pair, but They worked.
unlikely pair, and the chemistry
Yeah.
between them two was.
I know.
We could tell right away from the way he
Me
looked
too,
at her
right
that
away.
he was
Yeah.
deeply in love with
Yeah.
this woman.
He clearly fell first, and that's what pissed me off a little bit. Mm-hmm. That then when she was honest
Said,
with herself,
"I'm into you."
then he's like, yeah, that pissed me
I
off.
don't
Like,
see you
don't
as
do
a
that to
woman.
her. Don't do that to her, okay? Like,
He eventually came
Yeah,
around.
of course.
I wish he came around quicker.
yes, me too.
Right?
Me
That
too.
was the other draggy part.
Yeah.
I just wish Taesuk would just be like, I like you. Let's go.
Yeah.
I felt like the guilt and the burden that he was carrying, that should have been resolved a lot faster. I feel like he's too smart
Yeah.
to carry that. Maybe when the parents died and he felt like, oh, I should have been driving them that day. Yes, okay, fine, you're 19.
Yeah.
But now as a grown man, you still are guilty.
Yeah.
And the grandma literally had to say, which was pretty obvious, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
What happened.
It's like you did this 13 years ago and you're doing it now. And, I
and
don't
you're
want
not going to
like,
quietly like quit
Yeah.
and leave. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Put down these burdens that you're carrying unnecessarily.
Because if you think about it, it was so illogical because if her own granddaughters didn't pick up on it, why would you? You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, why are you burdening yourself when they weren't blaming themselves? Like, oh my God, how did we miss this?
Exactly, right?
Like,
But you could tell he was deeply in love with her. And
yeah.
even I think from the first day he met her.
when they were younger. Yeah, I've seen the
He's
flashbacks.
always-
Yeah.
Right? The flashbacks were done really, really well.
Yeah.
The only time the flashbacks, honestly, got on my nerves a little bit was like the very last episode because the whole show, when it comes to our male lead storyline and the female lead, we needed a lot of flashbacks to the same moment because his memories are coming back. That
Yes.
made complete and total sense to me. But I felt like the last episode after she has that one-on-one with the bitchy doctor and she finds out the truth and how it's not his fault and all that stuff, all we needed was the reveal. They did a big montage of all of their moments.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've seen this now 100 times.
Yeah.
We just needed that big reveal. If they would have just cut back on all those flashbacks, we could have had a little bit more time with what's her name? Haram and Taesuk, because he finally turns on the charm and he's like, let's go on a date, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see them go. I wanted to see them flirt. I wanted to see them go on the date.
But I loved her because she kept it real. She's like, "How are you? We're together now, and you're exactly the same. Like you're not like
you're still calling me
more
like Miss
affectionate.
Song, like what's going on? And the
And
first
then
time he
that-
calls her her name,
Yeah.
and it just stops her dead in her tracks. I'm like, that was hot.
Yeah.
You see, I love things like that. Like it wasn't meant to be hot, but it was very sexy.
It was, yeah.
Because he was like, "Oh, that's what you want. I'm gonna give it to you."
I can't even
right
lie.
away."
Mr. Yoon was hot as hell in that
He
scene.
was very.
Like, he
I
was
love
really
a good composed man.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why I feel like they worked so well together. She was the free spirit, bubbly, just
opposite of her
outgoing,
sister.
basically.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And then,
why the dynamic looked like it was really gonna work.
Yeah.
The relationships were all amazing.
they were
and
so good. That's what I mean. Like,
Wow. An unconventional relationship that I also liked too was the work dynamic between Miss Kim and Raimi.
yo, she was
They
roasting
made
him.
me. Raimi, first of all, made
Yeah.
the show for me.
No, she be roasting Raimi. I think there's a point when she said, she's like, yeah, that's why I haven't been able to see your jawline in a while or
Oh,
something.
that was the very
Yeah.
first episode. I remember when I was like, I watched it before you
Yeah.
did, and I was like, oh my god, you're gonna love it. And there's this character, like, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's gonna have its quiet like comedic
Yeah.
moments because the show really is kind of like melancholy, like
it-
you know,
yeah.
she's sad and we're dealing
Yeah.
with her sadness and we're trying to bring joy back into her life.
Yeah.
I get that. But Raimi was beautiful. So the grandma said something about like, oh, we're taking out like a business person.
Yeah.
Like a business dinner. And he loves trendy restaurants and he's up on everything. And then he was like, oh my God, that is so wild. There's this new restaurant and it's wild. And she was like, your appetite must be wild too because I can't see your
Jawline, yeah. I was like, Miss Kim, why are you gonna do all that?
She's a savage. I was like, why'd she read him like that? So he immediately goes on a diet.
Yeah.
Immediately. And I was like, she's hilarious.
She's too cute. Yeah.
But he was also the funnest person because every time he came on screen, he's wearing this fabulous necklace, jewelry, earrings. Like he was just
You know what
cute,
it kind of
cute,
reminded
fun,
me
fun.
of?
And he was shady as hell too.
You know what it also reminded a lot of, I don't know, the show just doing it for me. But you know what it reminded me of? I don't think you watched it, but Emily in Paris. It gave me
watched
that
the first
vibe
season.
of all the, the
Yes,
characters.
the quirky-
It just gave me that vibe.
Yeah.
Raimi especially.
Oh my God, yeah. And then
Yeah.
the fact that they're like in a design studio,
Yes, yeah.
and they're in fashion. I see it. I see
And
it.
Miss Kim was so giving like Anna Wintour. Is her name Wintour?
Wintour.
Wintour? Yeah. Wasn't she? With the bob and everything. And when she first came in, I thought she was going to be a total bitch. Like, I thought she was going to be...
always plays raging bitches. Like,
Yeah,
she's
but
always the evil mom.
But I loved her. She was
did a
just,
great
She was
job.
just assertive, did her job, but she was so loving to like her granddaughters and just everyone.
And you know what? Like that was another thing that was very refreshing. Like
Yeah.
as much as I love the drama of like Chae family, fucked up dynamics, the grandma was really loving.
She was
here.
so loving.
She didn't try to pit the girls against one another.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take over the business? Like it was so cute, and the relationship.
Yes,
There was not the only toxic parent, and he didn't have a lot of screen time, was Chan's dad.
Yeah.
And he even came around at the end because you could tell like he lost his wife and he dealt with his trauma.
Okay, excuse me.
I know you hate that man.
No, let's talk about that man.
Okay.
The only reason why I feel like what he did was so unforgivable was because literally that last meeting they had where he found out that he was still painting and drawing.
While he's in the major that he wanted him to be in, while he's going to school, I get that.
Yes, and
that
then
was overboard.
No, and that moment is what led to him wanting to take his life. You do know that.
He's been low-key depressed this entire time though, because he couldn't stand up to his father and say, no, I want to go into animation. Like I want to go into arts, you know?
But then
the sciences.
But what I'm saying is, and then that moment happened, that was like, that threw him over the edge. Like literally almost.
It really
like, you know what I mean? Like
right?
almost.
Girl,
but
thank
yeah,
God.
so that was just,
but I'm saying like, I'm not giving the dad an excuse, but I'm saying I don't think he's a horrible man just for the sake of being horrible. He lost his wife after she decided to go to Paris to continue with her art, right?
Yes,
Shortly after she dies. I don't think this man dealt with his own trauma.
Yes.
And he's associating losing his wife with her need to want to become an artist. His son also had that talent. I get it. He was very insensitive towards whatever.
Yeah.
But I think he was coming from a place of hurt as well.
Again,
he was doing too much. He was being a tyrant to his kid. I get that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I get that you lost your wife.
But I think it came from his trauma. Because there are parents out there that are just tyrants for the fuck of it.
But also the point when he was telling him, hey, I want you to do your master's, then get your PhD and all of that. And then he's like, and this was after he just came out of surgery or recovery.
Yes.
And he was like, he's like, and he said, he's like, I'm not in the mind space right now to do that. And he's like, he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, your little accident. The fact that he referred to it as your little accident.
Very dismissive
and he was like, are you crazy? I lost hearing in one ear and and look at my body's burnt. Half of my body's burnt. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's those moments of like, I'm sorry.
His dad was not emotionally intelligent at all.
He wasn't.
And he's just,
and I'm glad that
like a boomer father, because honestly,
Yeah.
it's like, it's just the straight and narrow path. Like they don't think that raising children or being there for your children also means like emotionally being there for them and seeing them as an individual, not an extension of yourself, like a product of your fears or.
It's just the lack of being able to express things to your children, right? Like when we found out that he was basically like gloating and talking about him to his colleagues and his thing. But what good is that if you can't tell your
now
child?
He's severed. Yeah, he found
what
out.
I mean?
He basically, his child became human to him, I think, after he said enough and went no contact.
Yeah.
That's how you could tell, like, I feel like he did love his kid. It was just he went about it the wrong way.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like, yeah, of course. And I feel like when you come from like a lot of immigrant parents, that's the thing, right? It's like they can love you and deeply be proud of you or whatever, but they just don't know how to express it. And that's the issue, right?
And they're also like, it's stuck with that whole thing of like, you can't make a living or create a life worth living if it's not one of the major, doctor, lawyer, engineer. Like a lot of like kids in the diaspora will let you know that like it's parents and arts, they don't go together.
Yeah. It's like to them that like, that's just a hobby that you do on the side.
Like,
that's not something.
I don't know if that they feel like that's not a luxury that they had because they had to emigrate, to give you a better life.
Yeah.
So they zero respect for the arts.
Yeah.
As a career.
Yeah.
Basically.
But I'm so glad that they didn't force him in more than, you know what I mean? It kind of like he said what he had to say and he kind of wished him happy birthday, we seen, and that's it.
But
you know what I mean?
Reconciliation though, when he decided to, be like, okay, let me be the bigger person. Like my dad is obviously proud of me and he, and she tells him like, the past is the past. Try to mend things with your father, right? And he does. But then they kind of miss each other in that awkward, like, I'm like, that could have been a little bit more warmer, I think.
No, I liked it the way it was.
Like, you feel like they weren't there yet?
Yeah.
It could have been a little more. It did what it needed to do.
I feel like if they did more, it would come off fake. I feel like keeping it just the way they did it
And
kept it
maybe
real.
slowly
Yeah.
start to reconnect.
Yeah.
That
You
could
know?
work. But I
Yeah.
was just like, across the street was kind of weird. I'm like, at least walk towards one another, or it was just very strange.
Obviously, if you've been
I
kind of
know.
estranged from your child for a very long
That-
time, it becomes kind of awkward.
Yeah,
You know
I feel
what I
like
mean?
that in itself, him taking
Yeah.
that step was very
Yeah.
courageous, and that's really like all he
Yeah.
could muster up maybe at that point.
Yeah.
But honestly, again, we don't have to deal with horrible parents. It was just one person. The grandma was amazing. The people that
Yeah.
had the most screen time did what they needed to do.
Yeah. And like I said, I love the grandma, just her relationship with all the girls. Oh my God, a scene that also broke me. So Miss Kim, they think that she has dementia.
Oh my God.
And when the girls find out, when Hyeop finds out and she opens the cabinet and sees their wedding dresses, I literally cried my eyes out for like 10 minutes. Like that was, oh my God.
That she was planning, right?
And
she
you
was like,
see
I'm
that
not gonna remember.
she handmade them herself. Like, you know what I
know.
mean?
Excuse me.
Oh my God, I lost it. That was
such a beautiful scene. And then they ended up wearing the dresses because now she doesn't have dementia.
yeah.
And she's gonna be there, hopefully.
You know what's so funny about
they
this?
get married.
You know this show? Honestly, I had such a bad feeling about the show. I thought either Chen, first of all, was going to pass away, or the grandma was going to pass away.
Yeah, because
I thought someone was going to pass away.
because it was kind of like, dare I say, like it was like too healing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're about to like gut
Get
us
tested
right now.
like, how healed are you?
They're about to rip our hearts out of our chest
Yeah.
right away. But luckily,
Yeah.
no. We
It's
got a
like,
beautiful
can
wedding.
you withstand this season?
It's like you thought you were in winter.
Yeah.
Whoa, let's put you into hell real
Yeah.
quick. No.
No, but didn't you feel that? I
Again,
felt like someone was going to die.
I
I'm
think
like,
that's why when I finished it, I was like, thank God, thank God, thank
no,
God.
especially the dementia thing. I was like, oh my God, I was so happy
Because
that it was.
they
she
go
didn't have
off
it.
the rails towards the end when it's
Yeah.
going so well.
Yeah.
For the first 8 episodes, you're like, ooh, they're about to fuck with us.
Seriously. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was kind of like traumatic throughout. This was not a very light and
And also,
this was a deep show, but I was like, it could get worse.
What I actually thought was when she said, I don't want nothing to do with you, Chen, leave me alone, and he leaves, I thought he was going to pass away then. And before she can.
Before the shrapnel, now we're on the edge of our seat because
Yeah.
they kept saying like it's going to
Exactly,
move, right?
yeah.
But luckily that was taken care of. What did you think about the showdown that she had with the bitchy doctor?
Oh, that was interesting. And then imagine.
I knew he was cheating on her. Sorry. I knew it. And I
No,
was
me
just
too.
like-
I
and
honestly.
that's what he was protecting her from.
Yeah.
And did you notice that even in the iPad that he was telling her the story,
Yeah.
that he even said he had to travel that summer with
And
his
went- oh my
and still
God.
covered for her. And I think that's what made her cry like even more
Yeah.
and go searching for him, because even though he's revealing I've known you, all these bad things
Yeah.
that he's done, he was still protecting
Protecting
her
her,
from like
yeah.
the man that you were mourning for 7 years was cheating on you, was going to break up with you. Like that.
This
is the
man said,
worst thing
I
to know.
can't go see my girlfriend, but I'm going to go on a trip with this girl. They were just going on
He
trips
straight
together.
said, I'm not going to go with you. I'm
Yeah.
not going to go see her. I like you now. I'm going to break up with her.
Yeah.
And that's why when they had that confrontation where he's like, I've been talking to your girlfriend for the past month. He was like, you ruined everything. He goes, I was trying to break up with her. And now you've been getting chummy and close.
Yeah. And
He's
making her like
you're
me.
basically,
Yeah.
you're ruining this for me. And I was
Yeah.
just like, man, this is hard. But how evil was it of that doctor knowing his memories are distorted? She knew.
Yes.
He straight up said, I can't remember everything. So
Just to hurt him.
just to
Yeah.
hurt him, she tells him he started the fight. He was the cause of the explosion. But what I didn't find believable was she's now in a lecture
Yeah.
and they're talking about his case.
Yeah.
And in that lecture, they're like, his memories are distorted. And that's when she starts
Realize
to feel
it.
guilty. But I'm like, ma'am, he told you straight up, tell me what happened.
Literally.
I don't remember.
And I think he said it a couple times. Like,
Every time they met, basically.
Yeah,
He
I
was
need
like,
to
it's
know
a little
more.
hazy here. Like,
Yeah.
let me know. But that was evil. I'm glad she knew because she's like, I did a very bad thing. I'm like, you think?
yeah.
You think?
Yeah. No, it was just, and even when he was trying to explain, was really pissing me off is like when Chen was trying to explain to Haran like what happened, and
Yeah.
I'm like, can you just blurt it out? Like, why are you like? He had
But
so
what was
many
he supposed to blurt out,
No,
though?
honestly, I thought about it. I'm like, how do you? What is the easiest way to tell someone, hey?
I kind of know you.
I know you because your dead boyfriend was my roommate, and I was talking to you acting like that's something weird. Like, how do you say that
That
to
is
somebody?
very weird
Like,
because how do you have, like, you, I see her reaction because she said, you meant everything to me and I
Yeah.
was an experiment to you. Because I'm sorry.
I think
how
you're a
does that
straight
make
creep.
sense? I would feel the same way that
I would
I'm the
too.
butt of their joke. Like,
Yeah.
here I am thinking I'm talking to
My man?
my
Yeah.
man, and I'm talking to his friend. Are they laughing at me?
Yeah. First of all, I would find
There's
that
no way
I
that you
would
could
find that
receive that well.
extremely creepy. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're such a creep.
Listen,
Like,
she needed
you
to
know
read
what
it. I
mean?
think she needed to read it.
Yeah.
She needed to read and revisit the moments that he
Yeah.
said, "You saved me. I was about to
Yes.
take myself out. I gave up on life." I
Yeah.
think that's the only way for you to get beyond the shock and the hurt, and then say, "Okay, wait a minute. I wasn't a joke." You know.
And you can tell by the nature of their conversations. It was very deep stuff. It wasn't like, oh, flirtatious.
Yeah, it wasn't
you know,
frivol-
it
yeah.
wasn't like, you know what I mean? So I like that it was like
But
that, you know?
she goes to.
It's not like he was making her send her like nudes and stuff.
No,
you know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no, it
Like it was
wasn't-
just
yeah,
very
it was
innocent.
very-
like,
But come on,
Yeah.
that's
It's
emotional.
still- yes.
It's worse than a nude, to be honest.
it is.
It's
I would feel so
emotionally
violated.
raw.
Yeah,
Like, it
I'd
was
be
very
violated.
violating. Like,
Yeah.
yes, the circumstances
Yeah.
were weird, but it was still a violation.
Of course it
nonetheless.
was,
And I
100%.
understand her initial reaction, where she's like, "What difference is it going to make? You lied. I'm the butt
Yeah.
of somebody's joke here. I
Yeah.
don't feel good."
Yeah.
Right?
And it's weird. Yeah. 100%.
He leaves, and I like that he laughed
Yeah.
because he was like, "There's nothing I can do. You're right."
Yeah.
She took it upon herself to get the iPad fixed, to really
Yeah.
see the story, and then she goes searching for
Remember,
him.
he also left because Sujin told him, you did it. Remember?
Yes, he was very
Yeah,
hurt about
like,
that. Dr. Bitch, man,
Yeah.
I want to slap her so many times. How do you play with somebody's
Yeah.
emotions like that?
And for a man, this guy's long gone. Who are you exactly protecting right now? Like, he's passed. So,
no matter
like,
and she was salty that Haran still gets to be in love, and
Yes.
she lost the man. But
Basically.
he blew himself up.
yeah, he did.
Why are you so mad? And you were the other woman. You should have never had that kind. She shouldn't have that energy.
Yeah.
For Chun to begin with.
Exactly.
He didn't do anything wrong. So where was that energy coming from? She was just salty that he survived and her man died.
That's what I mean. I didn't understand why she was so
He
angry.
didn't do
Like,
her wrong for her to mess with him like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. This show just, it takes you on a ride. It's,
Yeah.
oh
It was
my
just so
God.
heartwarming. Like, I even loved all the relationships. Like, I love Yoo Gyum's relationship with Miss Kim.
I know.
And the way that she was her, you know what I mean, emergency contact. And they
Mhm,
had
and
the
he
little
created- he made
necklaces.
that necklace for
Yeah.
her.
And I was just like, oh, this is so cute in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Every relationship was,
Listen, we got what? Four love stories.
yeah.
All in different phases,
Yeah.
right? Miss Kim ends up getting married because at that age, they ain't got time to date. Might as well
Literally.
get married right away.
Hey, and I
Let's
already
get the
know you
show
from the
done.
back in the
And
past.
They've
Like,
been loving each other.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Let's spend the rest of, their lives together. That was beautiful.
It was.
Our main couple gets over their the main conflict
Yeah.
in such a beautiful healing way. The whole story, when you're watching it, the way he just brings her back out of her shell.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah. And like I said, all the relationships, like I think there was moments where I teared up even between Yum and Miss Kim. That's what I'm saying. Every relationship was
when
moving.
he was like,
yeah.
I think we're over, and she was like, you know what? I disapprove. You can't even marry my granddaughter.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be strong and
Yeah.
not like a crybaby. And he's like, you know
Yeah.
what? You're right. And he gathers himself really
Yeah.
quickly because he wants to be that man for Haram.
Oh, and had him. Oh my God.
And the relationship with his parents.
Yes.
That made me
Do you
tear
see
up.
the moment in the grocery store and she just
And
hears.
this whole time, I thought she was always looking for, it was her shopping list.
No, I knew.
The
yeah.
fact that she was looking for the scent of her mom, and it was just a mom scent.
Yeah.
Listen, the show gives you everything.
It gives you everything. So many different depths of different relationships, mother, child, and even when
The
she
sisters.
broke the plate, and
Yeah,
she was
the
like, "I
colleagues.
feel guilty that I don't have this connection because I was so young when mom and dad passed, right?" And
They
it's just
really talked about that.
Yeah.
They touched on their grief and how the young girl didn't remember
Yeah.
her parents, and she was scared. And she's like, "Well, now we could tell you about it." And I like the way that they showed in real time. She felt left out.
She did, yeah.
They cover everything,
Everything.
so beautifully. It's really moving. It's very healing.
Yeah.
It's just such a chill,
yeah.
vibey show.
When I tell you, these are my type of shows because the way I cried so
Mm-hmm.
much is just, it's a good cleanse. Like, you know what I
really
mean?
is.
Like even when they pulled up to the hospital, when they found out Miss Kim had dementia and they're just standing behind
All
the glass.
posted
Oh,
in a row, and you're just like,
stop it.
I literally
No,
was
this show, like, is one of those you just need.
You need
know
it
what I
if you
mean?
want a good cry and you want easy,
Yeah.
soft resolutions, not too crazy conflicts.
Yeah.
It doesn't get derailed. It just really keeps the same pace.
Yeah, this
This
is the one.
is the one for you.
It is.
I already know, but what are you going to rate it, girl?
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
1 out of 10, 10.
I don't know. It's just given 9. Like, you know what I mean? 9 is so fantastic. What do you mean?
It is absolutely
Like,
fantastic.
It is.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I give it a 10 because it's just, I found
Yeah.
really no fault with it. The
Yeah.
2 little things that annoyed me, that was it. But the rest was amazing. The characters, I love everyone.
Who's the star of the series for you?
Obviously Chun. He's just,
Yeah.
he did such an amazing
Bro,
job.
every time that man's on the screen, his I just look at his face and I want to bawl
His
my eyes
smile
out.
and his eyes light up and-
just all the emotions on his face. You can just read it. Like, oh my God. Yeah. I'm going Chen too. Yeah.
It is. And honestly,
They all did an amazing job,
and
though.
even the OST is so beautiful.
Oh my God. The OST was making me emotional. Every time a
Really?
song played, I'm like, what's about to happen?
They had a certain song for every
Like,
time like the conflict
yeah.
or something arose between the male,
Oh, the OST is
main couple.
amazing. Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Then there's this one song towards the end. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that the show.
I gotta
the
look it up
OST
because-
that's
yeah.
why I give it a 10 because the OST was matching the show.
was.
The pacing was fantastic.
Yeah.
It didn't get derailed, but it was really, really good.
It really was. Yeah. Great show.
Amazing.
Loved it.
Thank
If
you
you want
so
a good
much.
cry, guys, check it out.
Right? Thank you so much for joining us. We would love to know if you've watched it. I think it literally just finale like about a week ago.
Yes.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. But thank you for listening and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.